So with Google SketchUp, first of all, you have your toolbar across here up at the top. Over here on the left side, this is actually called the large tool set. If you don't have it appearing, you can just go to View Toolbars and bring that up. Gives you a lot of different tools, and the different buttons on your mouse actually do a couple of different things. Your left mouse button is the selection tool. The right mouse button, just like normal, gives you your menus. The central button or the scroll button will actually do your zooming in and zooming out, and it depends on where your mouse is. So if it's over here to the left, it's going to zoom in over to the left. And then the other thing is that same scroll bar, if you click it and hold it down, it gives you kind of a gyroscope view that you can use for this three-dimensional drawing platform. You also have access to more tools up here and over here on the left. Things like look around, where it will actually kind of let you look around, useful for like once you're inside of a building. And essentially the only reason this person is here is really to kind of give you a frame of reference of how big things should be. So I'm going to draw just a simple kind of boxed house, and that person gives me sort of a good frame of reference. So I'm going to go ahead and delete them and change my view here. And I'm going to then draw inside this box. Oops. And when I do that, now I can use what's called the push-pull tool, where I can grab a certain part of this and pull it up. And the gyroscope tool allows me to then go inside of here and make other changes. And you can imagine all sorts of different things. The push-pull tool affects a lot of different shapes. If you grab one wall, you can push and pull it. So you have to kind of be careful. Sometimes it gets a little overactive of what exactly it is pushing and pulling. In fact, let's say I want to go in here and I want to draw some stairs. You could actually, in theory, if you wanted to, just on this wall, draw what your stairs are going to look like. And this is obviously just a quick example. Let's say I draw my stairs like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the push-pull tool. And as long as I can grab one section of it, now I have a simple set of stairs. All right. You also have access to the fill tool over here, where you can actually add texture to different things. If I wanted to have like a brick wall inside my house or on the outside of my house. Now this tool does end up kind of getting a little buggy at times, so if you're using it and you're not getting the full texture, my recommendation is to close it and reopen it. You can also add, this one here is called a follow me. Somebody a while ago was asking me how do you do a dome shape, and here's kind of your best estimation of it, and I'm going to mess it up here kind of quickly, but let's say I do a very simple kind of two-dimensional dome shape here, and then just simply use my pencil. I'll zoom in on it here. Use my pencil to connect these shapes, and if you double click, it'll end these lines here. So I'm going to click there to there, and now I've got a shape, and you can kind of tell because it sort of turns a solid color. And then I'm going to use this follow me tool, which is right here, and you can sort of see with the different effects that it does. Let's see, let me push it up here. Sometimes you have to change what angle you're looking at things, and it will allow you to sort of pull things around and change the way shapes look. Whoop, that just made it completely disappear. There we go. Now it's creating a bit of a dome. Now I've done it very quickly, so it's sort of a messed up dome. But you'll see how this follow me will allow you to grab a shape and sort of pull it out and stretch it out a little bit differently than the push-pull tool as well. And then what you really can kind of end up with here, let's say we just put a window in here, and we want to push that through. Use the push-pull tool to push it all the way through, and now I've got a window I can kind of look in on. And where these eventually end up is what's called the 3D warehouse. And kind of going and just getting models is not really the cool part of this, although it is sort of cool, is where you can actually share a model. So let's say you've drawn something awesome, or let's say you've drawn something kind of awesome, but you want to add a door to it. Well, somebody else out there has already kind of done that for you. This is another one of those things that's a little bit buggy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gives you, as you can see here, some script errors. But I've got this error, or this little door here, and I can kind of flip through and look at the different models. And if I download this directly into my SketchUp model, many times you don't know where the heck it puts it, so it's a bit of a challenge. It looks like it may have kind of put it right there. and it's random, kind of depending on who drew the model and where they saved it and how they uploaded it. It may end up being huge, it may end up being small, but that again is the 3D warehouse, something to kind of play with and sort of take a look.